Hey guys, Gus here, and of course we're at Redacted Live in Miami Beach Convention Center, and of course I'm here with Russ Davis, the master, the greatest. Everybody knows Russ at these events. Come on, Russ, tell us what you're doing here at Redacted Live. Tell us all about it.
I couldn't resist coming down here to Miami. Big fan, at all the crypto conferences, but this is really cool. This is a good experience, and I see all the regulars. I see you. I see all the OGs. I love it.
DGens, right?
The DGens, where you don't need to explain acronyms to people.
Exactly.
If I need to explain what IRL means, we're not. Yeah.
What does that mean, though? I guess when I'm in the real life, I'll figure it out. Over here. No, it's been an amazing event. We already saw Dan up there coming up. We had Jamie start it off. And I know that there's been like a name change, but here's the whole thing. I know us people, especially in crypto, we're used to this. We've evolved. It's like
you gotta have elephant skin for this stuff. You gotta got thick skin. It's still Wall Street bets.
Yes. So what do you think is going to be one of the most important decisions from a crypto perspective that you see that's going to affect how 2026 is going to end? 2025, I feel like ended pretty good. A lot of people at the end of the year, the market went down. Again, it depends on perspective because Bitcoin is still above $85,000 even right now.
Yeah.
So what do you see in 2026? What do you see pivotal events or changes that you think are going to affect our market?
I think it's going to be a cosmic event where the banks just say to us and just buy up trillions of dollars of Bitcoin
just get it
so that we can't own any, because it's the only threat to the antiquated banking system that they have right now, which is stealing our money.
True.
You put your money in a bank, you got to answer 1,000 questions why you want to take out more than $5,000, and
then I get charged for them having the privilege of them holding my money. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, so you can get 0.1% interest. So if you put in $100,000, you get $100 interest, which doesn't even equate to inflation.
That's one of the things. Some people are for stable coins, don't like them. Either way you feel about them. When a person has a right to invest, I believe that they should have the ability to give a better percentage rate or interest rate that you earn on these stable coins. But it looks like the banks don't want the competition right now.
Exactly.
And again, it's another barrier to entry that they're trying to put up when people have all eyes on something that can, increase their wealth without having to do too much or learn too much. A lot of people just want to hold their money in the bank. Why not the same thing with stables? Why not the same thing with Bitcoin? Why not with these assets that allow people to earn interest, earn money without having to think about it too much as well? People want to put in their savings account and not think about it, right? But now you have the banks holding it back, trying to delay that when,
they do delay it.
Yeah.
And last month I did an interview on NBC with Mr. Beast, Beast Financial.
Oh, really? I didn't catch that. I will admit, but I'm going to see it now. I didn't know you had a Mr. Beast interview. I missed that.
Anyways.
I'm killing myself.
No, but the thing is, banks didn't think there would ever be competition. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Now, someone like Mr. Beast is saying, I'm going to create my own banking institution. I'm going to make everything equal. It's the first time in our generation since the 1500s that no matter what gender, race, where you're from, location, anything, we're all equal.
Correct.
With Bitcoin, with cryptocurrency. And, individual banking institutions are going to be more common after Beast Financial. And I just love it because, banks are just crooks. It's horrible. And you know what? The first time I said that, when I was on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, I said the bank go down. I said the banks are bullies. And they're an antiquated way to steal our money. The next day, all my bank accounts got canceled.
Oh, wow.
And then since then, I've been debanked by 7 other banks.
Oh,
so you know what? To them.
What's funny is we hear about it all the time that, I have to watch out with this technology or these companies because a guy in the garage can develop a better phone, a better car, a better microwave, a better toaster. And these companies, these garage companies are threats. I believe that the banks never took these garage companies seriously until Bitcoin came about, started to make waves, and then people had on eyes and saying, this is another way to transfer money. There's another store of value. They just dismissed it. And now here we are standing on the precipice of over trillions of dollars of market and exchanges coming out. And now they've got eyes on. Now they're paying attention. But again, I do believe they're trying to take full control or take control and price us out.
They have to because it's their only threat. Yes. It reminds me of when I was growing up, Yahoo was the only search engine.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because they said, we're not hiring anybody who's not, 35 years old and they got their experience. And Google came in and said, this 18-year-old can program way better than you. And Google said, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
You know what? And they did. They hired the best people, not because of their age and their experience, but their knowledge and what they do. And that's really what's coming into the future is we're going to be starting to grade people on their knowledge and not exactly on what their credentials are. Because yes, there is, you know, there's a accountability there, but I mean, come on. When it comes to crypto, hey, it's
much different.
Yeah, much different.
And I think you said keywords that are best. Foresight into the future. I mean, that's what you need to do in investing in financials. You want foresight into the future so you have an opportunity to invest in either a company or a coin early on that has a lot of potential. Same thing. These people came in, like Google, like you said, against a large corporation and didn't think that the garage or the young guy that's building this technology could come in and knock them out. And here you are vis-a-vis later, and Google's the largest search engine on this planet.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's going to be the same thing. To me, it makes no sense for Bitcoin not to be $1 million.
100%. So if you think about, you know, people identify with like physical, I guess, like analogies. If you think about it like as a bar chart, if the floor is 0, there's 8 billion people on the planet.
Yes.
21 million Bitcoin, of which we already know a million's burnt because of Satoshi, and we know that a couple million are burnt because of people that died without giving their family the seed phrase, or threw out their computers because they didn't think because it was like Waze points at that point. They were like, "What is this?
I got these 20,000 things. I'm just gonna buy a pizza with it."
Exactly. So
you know, again, another example of something. Again, what is it? Less than 5% of the planet right now has cryptocurrencies, I believe.
3.8% of the population of the world has adopted cryptocurrency, which is the same adoption rate as the internet in 1999.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to know all these stats because of my interviews. So I mean, it's exact.
And
like,
adopting exponentially, and that's the ideal.
It will. And you know what? The banks are gonna try and like put one of. They're still trying to suppress the price. But you know what? They are
just another way to get it.
When you're a multi-trillion-dollar company, your assets are very diversified. So right now they're consolidating into cash, and the global race to be the best country in the world is going to be the fastest country to print their own money and buy Bitcoin. Okay?
Not printing money, buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now, Russ, your wealth and plethora of information. It's always a pleasure to have here. Working with Beast Financial. Again, I was going to wrap it up, but I want to tell you, again, another young innovator, which is based on content creation, helping and seeing a need in the financial institution and saying, you know what, I think that my viewers, my people will be very interested in having affordability, better interest rate, smoother guidance, and again, not the ability to lose anything just because a bank decides to take it away from them seamlessly. I think it's a marvelous idea.
You know, and that brings up another point. My diversified investments are all in like fractionalized real estate. Like, can you imagine knowing that Dubai was going to happen before Dubai happened?
Yeah, I mean,
but I don't have $50 million to buy a building in Dubai. Now you can put $100 in, and you'll get the same percentage gains as somebody who puts in 50 million.
Exactly.
That is where the future is equality. But the governments and the banks don't want that. They want to keep the lower class low. They want to keep the higher class high, and that's bullshit.
Getting into the capability of creating wealth early on in your life is one of the most important factors I think that young people and people of age have to look and be aware of. You know, the system is built as structured for us, and I don't think it's built for everybody to succeed. But now with this ability, it gives everybody a chance at least to succeed, regardless of where you came from, where were you born, or
gender equality, freaking, you know, everything, race, like where you're from, location. Yeah, absolutely.
Russ, I gotta tell you, after this conversation, I feel like you're making me fall in love with crypto all over again. I'm not kidding. I can't make this stuff up.
I love it.
I'm glad to have you, Russ. It's been a pleasure, man. Guys, we're going to catch you on the next one. We're here at Redacted Live, but we'll be here and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cool.